everybody, Tattoo for You, Richard here. I'm just going to be working on a little bit of nothing today, except for the series that I was going to start. It's not going to be a weekly thing, probably maybe every other week or something like that, since I don't have a lot of tips. I'm back again. Seems to be an ongoing thing that I get phone calls whenever I'm trying to do stuff.
Sorry, honey.
It was my brother calling to ask to talk to my wife, and she has a phone of her own. My mom calls and asks to talk to my wife, and my wife has a phone of her own. They all have her number. Why do they call me?
Someone's calling.
Not that I don't enjoy their phone
I don't know the number.
conversation. Answer it. It's Ryan.
For some reason, this number won't stay stored in my phone.
Raw, baby. We're raw. Anyway, I want to do that series,
Hello.
The Ghetto Hobbyist, because for people who don't have a lot of money to do stuff and want to do crazy little things and whatnot, I have a few like things I do that isn't like going out and spending a lot of money on stuff, obviously, because I spent all my lots of money I had on Forge World. Speaking of which, eBay got me again. And I was sitting in I still had money in my PayPal account. Yep. I have a tiger shark. Got it from Noble Knight Games. They're up here in Wisconsin area. And they are, I guess, are a reseller. They buy used game stuff. And it looks like somebody sold them a tiger shark, the XT, whichever one it is that has the ion cannons and the drone port. They carry all the drones. I went through, I checked it over and over again. It's legit Forge World. It's not a recast, which is cool. Has all of its parts. I've started a little bit of the green stuffing, but this will be featured on one of the Journeying into Forge Worlds. I did get something else because it was $20, and I hate to say it, but I did it kind of for a practice thing. It's been primed already, but it is a recast, a China cast, but I'm doing it to practice a paint scheme on the Eldar for my daughter. I'm going to paint this, and I will probably do it all recording too. I'll probably record it all too, but it's going to be base coated in black. I'm trying to make it look like a Black Panther, pretty much. Yeah, like Panthers or the Black Jaguars, you just kind of see them sometimes. You can see in, like, their fur almost looks translucent, and you can still see spots underneath there. I want to see if I can mimic that car. You know, like you ghost flames on a car. I want to see if there's a way to ghost spot this thing. So, like, when the light hits it just right, you're going to see those spots underneath. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I have stencils from Fallout Hobbies. I've heard good and bad things about them. Like, their stencils are too sticky. So we'll see. Like I said, this is a test piece. It was a cheap, crappy on eBay for $20. I can't even remember what this vehicle's called. If you know, just comment, because I'll remember later. But yeah. So anyway, yep, I bought a China cast. Fail on me. Wah, wah, wah. But like I said, it's to mess around with. It's a cool little model, though. A lot of issues with it being China cast, too. It's very brittle. It's definitely not the quality resin. I'm sure if I wiggled this enough, it would snap. But anyway, that's not why I'm on here. I'm on here to show a quick little tips. So let's go table down for a second. All right, guys, here we are, table down. My phone seems to be extra heavy for my thing today. But look, here's a little preview of what I've been working on. Painting my other Riptide, my last Riptide. Well, I say last. This is just a fun model to build anyway. So, working on my airbrushing. It's just like 4 layers of color on here. It's ridiculous to get to this last highlighted light layer, which I might even go 1 shade lighter on it. I don't know. We'll see. But that's not why we're here. Sidetracked. So silly. I like magnets. Magnets are awesome, but how many times do we have problems with improper magnetization, reverse polarities, oopsie. And when you have a situation like that where it's like super sunk in the hole, it's hard to get it out, you know? I've done it before. So what I have is something, and I'm not the inventor of this. I'm just sharing this with all my YouTube buddies. I saw this from a cat on one of the Facebook groups. I really wish I could remember his name, so I can give credit where credit is due. Speaking of which, this conversion, Hive City Terrain, look them up on YouTube. They're the ones I think that did it first. But I have this device. It is a corn dog stick. Yep. Corn dog stick. I like using corn dog stick. How many times can I say that in a row? Corn dog stick. I like using it because it's thin. It helps you get into tight areas. But what I do is I permanently affix a magnet in one polarity on the back with super glue, and then I sprinkle some baking soda on there, which acts as a weld, more or less. Lets the glue harden quicker. But I write body underneath it and body on this side. So I know that any magnet I get goes on the body. It'll magnetize through there, and this is the body side. Man, just focus, dude. There you go. And then what I would do is, if there wasn't a magnet in there, I would, you know, so you try to put it on this way, it's not going to go. It's fighting me. It says no. But I would drop your super glue in there, and then you'd hit it, and then you'd push down, hold down on the stick, and I always suggest sliding that direction, and then until you lose the polarity, and you pull off, and your magnet is sunk in the hole. You've got nothing to worry about. And then you know, and then, yeah, so that magnet is permanently sunk in that hole once the glue dries, and it's the body's polarity. Okay, so then on the opposite side of the stick, I do gun. So it's gun, your signature systems, your anything that you're trying to do, and then that gives you, oops, boom. I do the same thing. Magnet, a little bit of baking soda, kind of strengthen that bond just a hair, and then you have a gun side. So you have this stick that's gun and body. The magnets are on the opposite sides. The original magnets, the boss magnets, we'll call it. And then that way, you always know when you're working on a gun, you get this side. You do the same thing with the gun item. You have your hole drilled, and you just put it on there, and you slide it so it sinks in the hole proper. Yeah, so, you know, it's just, like I said, it's a little hobby quick tip. You know, your body, like say this back here, this was done by the body side, so the gun affixed to it. So whenever this would be sunk in a hole, the opposite side of it would be out on the weapon. I wish I had a stinking weapon to show you, but I don't. Seriously. But anyway, that's what I do. And it's a helpful little tool, man. It helps you keep your magnets straight and in order. And no matter what, you always have them going on the right side. So, yep, that's my little ghetto hobby quick tip, man. Y'all get out there and eat your corny dogs so you can get yourself some sticks and make one of these cool devices. Take care. Love you guys. Have a happy, wonderful nerd life.